Good morning, Monday morning, March 3rd, 2025. And let's see, did I do everything right?
DougBot said, hey, is this thing on?
Okay. Been busy this morning. A little bit of a headache, a little bit of stress, maybe. I've got a new computer installation at 10 a.m. It's 9 a.m. now. So if I have the opportunity to finish the show early, I might do that today. I have seen a couple of questions in chat to respond to, and I do have a topic on channel comments to respond to. So if there's something you're wanting to ask today, get it on the table soon, please. Because if I have a chance to bounce early, I'm going to. Here's the chat room. I just heard SpeakerBot try to say something, and it got cut short. What was that? Let's see, is there something there? I don't know what happened there. Huh, that's weird. I'm going to go test this with a yes.
Why, certainly.
All right. I pinned a comment up here. I pinned it this morning when I saw Ski Man's comment that he didn't see his earlier comment. Where was that? It's up here somewhere. Oh, it's not even showing there. It's hidden up there. So if I go over to OBS, I can see his comment that alerted me.
Read chat, please.
8:51. Is it there? I don't know. What's this? Brian put in a read chat and then retracted it. Is that what happened earlier? When I heard SpeakerBot start talking, did he retract it just at the moment when SpeakerBot was starting to talk? Anyway, Ski Man way early this morning, 2:43 a.m. my time. I think it was 5:43 his time. Wow, that trailer was magnificent. I hadn't heard of Leo Pearlstein, king of culinary public relations. I didn't know of that nickname for him. Also on the team that invented the pop-up turkey timer. This man is amazing. He was in the trailer. If you didn't see the trailer, there's a link in the description of this video to that trailer. And then if you look in the description of that trailer, it'll take you to their channel. And it looks to me like Ski Man may have gone off down the rabbit hole, reading up about Leo Pearlstein. I knew when I came across that video that I recognized the name, but can't say that I knew him any depth. But I went and did a little research too, as did Ski Man apparently. Now let's see, where was that? Yeah, it doesn't even show up on OBS. Ski Man's original comment saying that his earlier comment was missing. I guess that's not his original comment, that was his second comment. So yeah, if you make a comment before the show starts, long before the show starts, and then you refresh your browser, shut your computer down, whatever, it may be gone. But even if you keep, well, usually it seems like if you keep your browser open and you see a comment that was made long before the show, it'll still be there as long as you haven't refreshed your browser. See, I've got, that one hidden there is Martin Hogg up there saying to Ski Man, yes, seems a wee bit quiet today. That was in response to Ski Man's question about his earlier comment not being visible anymore. All right, Doug, move on. Rick Lakes, hello. Martin Hogsky, man. Alice Jones. Repeat over. Oh, does anyone ever have trouble using the @ followed by name shortcut? When you're going to chat and you want to say something to a person that was previously in chat, and you start with the @ symbol, when you start typing their name, the name should show up. If it does not, it means it has been too long since they last put a comment in, because this only shows up if they've made a fairly recent comment. I don't know how far back it goes, but the other thing is if you go up to the 3-dot menu and click on participants, if somebody doesn't make a comment in chat for a while, they will drop off this list, even during the length of the show. So that might be the answer to Ski Man's question. I don't know what to call that. Short type ahead or type. Yeah, I don't know what to call it. Maybe somebody will come up with a good word for it. Like useless. No, it's useful. Yeah, Ken Stout was still seeing Ski Man's comment because he hadn't refreshed his browser yet. So if you do not see it, did you close your browser and reopen? Ski Man misunderstood that. And he responded with said, okay, thanks, Ken Stout, will do. No, don't refresh it. And then Ken Stout comes back and says, no, do not reopen. Then you might not I see your comment, but then again, the browser has not closed since I started it this morning. Mike Wojcik, hello. Doug, you're kind of rambling a little bit. Just saying. Jeff Raymond, hello. On a PC, the most recent names work. On my phone, I have to type the name completely incorrectly. Yes, it will not work on a phone. However, on a phone, it seems to me that I tried if you touch somebody's name and get that little prompt for select, then it'll give you those little handles and you can drag a handle across in order to copy. And then you can go down to the chat line, put the @ symbol, and then touch there until you get that prompt that allows you to paste. So there is that way of doing it, if that still works. Yeah, and then I think when Ski Man refreshed, that actually did work out well for him, because then I think he was able to see the pinned comment. Trying to keep telling myself to relax, because I'm already tense today. Doug, if you want to test your long coax cable and you don't have access to your ISP's end, could you cut the cable as close to the supply end and fit male plus female connectors to enable test access? No, not if I'm understanding your question there. Sounds like you're saying cut the cable. Oh, okay, no, at least not for me, because the demarcation box on the outside of my house has a coax cable coming up from the cement. There's a conduit that goes out to the box at the curb. And it goes into that box, and then the wire goes into the wall. I cannot access that cable unless I were to like cut into the wall. But if I could gain access to the output side of that cable, then that seems like a not very smart, not very good way to do it, because once you cut that, then you're faced with having to splice it back together with your existing cable, and then you're going to have to use a barrel connector for that. And each extra connection hardware is an extra point of possible failure. So I would not want to do that. I would call Xfinity and ask them to come out and help you test that. So it's the supply in. Now, this part here about the supply in, that sounds, I think what you mean is the supply in to my router where it comes out of that demarcation box. Because that's the side that I think I'm responsible for. But that's even in question right now. Is Xfinity actually responsible to it all the way up to my router? Since my router is rented from them, it's their equipment. If you mean the supply end of the demarcation box, then absolutely don't do that. No. But I don't think that's what you meant. Took way too long on that one. I've seemed to be doing that a lot this morning. Brian Lightfoot, here we go. I asked my wife,
chat, please.
Is it going to wind up on the floor? Is it going to wind up on the floor in this joke? Because his wife is involved. That just happens a lot to Brian. I asked my wife, what's the secret to a happy marriage? She said, a husband who listens. I said, huh? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. And I remember waking up on the floor. On the floor again. Can't wait to get on the floor again. Don't sing, Doug. Just don't do it. Hello, Steve McCure, ran Israel. Starting to worry about Brian's attachment to the floor.
Read chat, please.
Eric Anderson, hello. I think I'm almost there. Well, no, I'll go get that read chat now. In Israel, from the modem router toward the coax and upward, from the modem router toward the coax and upward, ISP's problem. From LAN port RJ45 downward, my problem. Yeah, okay, so do you have documentation on that? Is that your understanding, or do you have proof of that? It's really that simple. This is just what somebody on YouTube in the chat room is saying. It's not my intention to demean your credibility, Rand, but yeah, that's not enough to convince me that that is the truth of the matter. My cable company, okay, my cable company made it very clear. Very good, very good. Could that vary from one cable company to another? Is that written in a international law somewhere? RAN Israel's in Israel. Different country, different laws, and that's probably a company policy rather than any kind of worldwide standard. I don't think IEEE legislates that or mandates it. So but thank you for telling me where that came from for you. Yes, your company told you that. Your mileage may vary in different parts of the world, or it might be the same all over. I don't know. And I would not trust an employee of any local cable company to know that. They might know it, but I would not trust their assertion of that till getting a independent verification. Hello, Josh Kinder. Brian Lightfoot. What if I make a comment 15 minutes before the show?
Read chat, please.
And the show starts 15 minutes early. I'd plead the fifth. I'm going to refuse to answer on the grounds that my answer may tend to incriminate me. Logic states that the cable company will look at any excuse to deny you free tech support in favor of paid support, so don't give them any excuse. And I think that's a really, really reasonable comment. I would encourage a person to argue with their cable company and insist. I have seen that work when they're saying no, then just get more insistent and get angry, and they'll go talk to a supervisor, maybe make something work. I have seen them, and I have seen a second employee of a cable company reverse what somebody else had told me previously from a cable company. I don't trust what employees of a company says about their own company. Not that they're lying to me, they might be, but sometimes they think they know and they don't. So thank you for mentioning that. Now, where was that? I wanted to, somebody asked, oh, can I reinstall Windows 10 without messing up stuff? Yes. You can do, my favorite way to do it would be to perform an upgrade install on top of the existing install. You can do that by going to the media creation tool and clicking through that to where you'll get to a point where it asks if you want to do a, what is it? How did they word it? A custom install or an update, and you would want to do an update install. And now I'm on Windows 11 here. I'm thinking that I ought to have a Windows 10 computer powered on so I can connect to it remotely and demonstrate, because you can also do the, I think they call it reset. Yeah, even in Windows 11 called reset this PC. Reset this PC. Oh no, he's going to reset his PC while he's live streaming. He just did it. Keep my files. This one removes apps. So no, that one's not going to do it. That's not the repair install. That's not the update install. So don't do it from that reset. Here, fix problems using Windows Update. Reinstall your current version of your Windows. Reinstall now. Of course, I'm looking at Windows 11. Windows 10 is going to be a little different. If a repair solution is available, we'll attempt to fix consistent component corruption. By reinstalling the current version of Windows, your apps, documents, and setting will be preserved. Windows 10 does a similar thing. I don't think it's going to be a button that's quite named that way. Oh, look at there. You can do that check mark on Windows 11 to restart your PC 15 minutes after it reinstalls, so you can walk away, and when you come back, it should be restarted with the repair complete. Yes, Ski-Man, yes, that's the answer. I don't know what that was in regards to. It's the Mondays. Anyone else get re-enter your Microsoft a lot lately on iOS? Yes, re-enter your Microsoft password on an Apple device. Is that because you have a, Microsoft hosted email account? Or some Microsoft app that uses a Microsoft account? I believe the participants show only those that chatted after the stream goes live. I think that is true, but I don't think that's the whole truth. See here, this is a shorter list. Some people that chatted after the stream started are no longer shown in this list because they haven't chatted recently. What have you done for me lately? That's a shorter list than I showed earlier, right? Yeah, it's a Microsoft email password. Yeah, I've been hit with that occasionally. Missed notification, reading about the sheer volume of air shipments coming out of China each day. If your cable company is an monopoly, there's very little you can do. Here in Canada, all the installers are contract workers. When I tried to fix the login, oh yeah, John Downey. When I tried to fix the login to a friend's computer, the login was lost. when I tried to get a new PIN, two-factor authentication phone number was their landline. It occurred to me after yesterday's show that I could demonstrate that login issue. Let me exit the issue that he brought up yesterday or Saturday. Not yesterday or Saturday. It was Saturday. It was not yesterday. It was a client of his who had forgotten their PIN number. I'm closing down a whole bunch of stuff on Baby Beast. It's been open for so long. And they had forgotten their PIN number. And I said, well, you can switch and tell it to use the password. So here's Baby Beast. And if I go sign out, and then sign in while pretending to have forgotten my PIN number. So here it wants my PIN, but down here I forgot my PIN. Click on that. Oh, it did not switch to offer password. Ooh, that proved me a liar. Liar, liar, pants on. Oh, wait a minute, here it goes. All right, the second time I clicked on it, the first time that didn't let me go into it, but the second time it let me into it here, we'll send a sign-in request to your phone to sign in with Doug@DougBetts.com. And what he's telling us now is that this button was sending a notification to a phone number that was their landline. So that wasn't going to work. But look over here, use your password instead. Click on that and then type in the password. Could that be a workaround for you, John Downey? Did you maybe not notice that extra step for use your password instead? The login was lost when I tried to get a new PIN. Two-factor authentication phone number was their landline. Yeah, so was the prompt there to do? It did not switch to password. Now, the first time it did not. The first time I clicked, I forgot my PIN. It just kind of came right back to that. And then I clicked it again. And then it went into that Microsoft prompt. And then it was still, it wanted to send the two-factor to the phone. I did not do that. And then I clicked on the link that said use password instead. Was that option there? I tried that and the password did not work. So they not only forgot their PIN, they forgot their password. Now you said it's a client. Were they a client that you've had for a long time? Because I've had people contact me saying I forgot my password and became pretty suspicious. That was not their computer. Yeah, people are giving me a hard time for saying yesterday. Conflicting answers and ongoing consumer care. And when the user falls between the chairs is when there's no competition from other providers in your area. Every time I get good service from a provider that almost has a monopoly, I'm kind of surprised. But I do seem to get it. First click, I forgot my PIN. Second click, no, really. Please. I forgot my PIN. Microsoft Logic. Yeah. So he did get to a point of trying the password. It did not work because they don't know that one either. Then you got to delve into the humanity of it. You got to delve into did you ever write down your passwords? Do you have it on some other device? Do you have common passwords that you use, and then guess them? Now the problem is there is a way to reset a local account password, but not a Microsoft account password. Here's the next thing to do is go to another computer, try to sign on at office.com with their Microsoft email account and try to use a password then. If you have forgotten the password there, try the password reset from there. Maybe you can find something that will work. This is a real hazard about the security, and you know, this is a valid reason why a lot of technicians refuse to set up Microsoft accounts or advise their clients to not do it, because people don't keep track of things. My own brothers, I recently reset a password for them and said, "Did you write that down?" "Yeah, I wrote it down." And I know next time we need to go to, they're not going to know the password. Shake them by the shoulders. What are you going to do? They use Geek Squad to set it up. Yeah, so probably what they did, the Geek Squad set it up for them. Geek Squad told them to write the password down, keep it safe, and they didn't. I've had people right in front of me not take it seriously. The Geek Squad may have asked them, "Do you want us to set up with a Microsoft account? That'll make your account more secure." "Yeah, let's do that."
Read chat, please.
That means you got to keep the information so you can get to it later. "What phone number should we use for your Microsoft account?" They rattle off a phone number. The Geek Squad doesn't ask them, "Is this a cell phone number that you can get text messages?" Does the Geek Squad technician even know to do that? Yeah, hey, look, did you look in your wallet? Do you have it written on a little scrap of paper in your wallet? Is it underneath the keyboard? Lift the keyboard up and see if they have it taped to the bottom of the keyboard. Ran Israel's comment saying, "First turn upside down, then shake. Password may fall out of the user." All right, I'm not going to get to the video comment. I'm going to guess Lawn Dog was thinking that you could set up a text messaging capability on a landline phone number. And that might be. They're friends from church. That's who they are. All right, I'm just scrolling through to see. Let me quiet, go on. Yeah, how to read text messages on landline. Sign up for landline text messaging service. Enable your landline number for texting. Use a computer, mobile device, internet connection to read and send text messages. That absolutely might be a solution for you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut down there. You can send a question to me by email at this address. You can put a comment on any of my videos to ask a question. Myself in the chat room will do our level best to provide you an answer or ideas to get you to the answer. So have a great Monday, everybody. I will catch you later. Goodbye.
That's all, folks.
Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech savvy crew is where it's at. Not just